Alright, today we're talking about isosceles triangle theorem as well as its converse. First of all, if a triangle is isosceles, then the base angles are congruent. And in this situation, ABC would be our isosceles triangle. BC and AC, those would be your legs. AB would be what's called the base of it. Even if it's flipped over and the base is on top, it'd still be the base since it's not congruent. The two base angles would be angle A and angle B, and they're always going to be congruent for an isosceles triangle. Now the converse would also be true. So if you have an isosceles triangle that has two angles congruent in it, those angles are across from equal sides. In this case, segments AC and segment BC. Now if you were in class, you actually saw me go through the proof of the isosceles triangle theorem. For the video, I'm not going to focus on that. We're going to focus more on finding values. So for instance, on this problem, first thing you'd want to do is if ever they're giving you a toss-up like these two angles are the same, I'd be going ahead and writing y degrees right over here as well. So in cases like that, be aware of that. Also, I would go ahead and identify that this large triangle is isosceles and that LN is the base. That means angles L and N are your base angles. So angle N is 63 degrees, just like angle L, because of the isosceles markings here and here gave me that. Now I'm going to actually focus on solving x and y. Now I'm going to be able to do y first, and this is one approach that you could take, is I'm going to consider the triangle as a whole and do this angle, which would be y plus 63 plus 63 equal to 180 degrees. So y plus 63 plus 63 equals 180 degrees. And that is again because the large triangle does represent 180 degrees, and y plus y because it took two y's to make up this angle at the top here. Now I've got 2y from combining my like terms. 63 plus 63 is 126 when you add it together, equal to 180 degrees in the triangle. Subtract the 126, and then 2y would equal 54, and then divide by 2. And so y would equal 27. And that wraps up that part of the problem. Now to find x. Whenever I find a value for y like that, I would probably just pencil it into the problem, just like this. And now I can actually focus on this right triangle right there, MON, to find x. And what I'm going to know is that x plus 27 plus 63 adds up to 180. So you can see my setup there. And then the 27 plus 63 is 90. And then I'll subtract 90 from both sides. And then 180 degrees, subtract off 90 degrees, is 90 degrees. That's actually an additional theorem, is that if ever you've got the angle bisector or median of an isosceles triangle from the vertex angle, it's going to be a perpendicular to the base. Now that's not something we really got to worry about here, just kind of working through the process of finding these missing variables. So I'm actually going to talk about a couple of the problems from the assignment as well on this video, because I did have a lot of questions about that. And one thing I'm going to point out here is, yes, this problem is as easy as knowing that y needs to be 4, because this angle bisector will split the base in two equal parts. So on number 9, y does equal 4. Now you'll find x by going through the process I just did on the previous problem. Move the 52 degrees up here, x plus 52 equals 180. The other problem I wanted to talk about was number 10. If you add these three angles up to 180, you're going to get y is 60 degrees. So that's one of your answers. Now the other thing I wanted to talk about is because each angle is the same, this is equiangular, which means it's equilateral as well. So while this side's 4x, this side would be 4x, and this side would be 4x. Now, it also states the perimeter down here, so if I add all three sides together, 4x plus 4x plus 4x, that would equal the perimeter 54. Not 180 because angles add to 180. Sides will add to whatever the perimeter is. In this case, it stated 54. All right, that gives you a little bit of help on your homework. Hopefully that's of use. Let me know what questions you have. Thanks.